The sun dipped below the horizon. The sky blazed with fiery hues of orange and red. The Egyptian desert stretched out like an endless sea of sand. The air hung heavy and still. Dr. Lawrence Parker wiped the sweat from his brow. He gazed at the towering pyramid before him. Excitement coursed through his veins. Years of searching had led to this moment. His team bustled around him, setting up camp. They had been working tirelessly for weeks. Now, they were on the verge of a monumental discovery. The tomb of Pharaoh Ankh-Tut awaited. Tomorrow, Dr. Parker muttered, his eyes fixed on the pyramid's apex. We make history. Dr. Parker was a man of science and logic. He scoffed at tales of curses and superstitions, yet a sliver of unease ran down his spine as he thought about Ankh-Tut. The pharaoh was rumored to have delved into dark sorcery. Legends spoke of a curse protecting his tomb. The entrance was finally cleared. The team, armed with torches and tools, stepped inside. The air within was stale and cold. The darkness seemed to press in, thick and suffocating. Hieroglyphs adorned the walls, their colors still vibrant after millennia. They depicted scenes of Ankh-Tut's reign and hinted at rituals beyond the veil of death. Dr. Parker examined them with a sense of awe. "This is it," he whispered, his voice echoing in the silence, "the gateway to an ancient world." As days turned into nights, the excavation progressed deeper into the pyramid. Each chamber they unearthed yielded treasures beyond their wildest dreams. Golden statues, intricate jewelry, and priceless artifacts gleamed under the beam of their lanterns. But with each discovery, the atmosphere grew heavier. The temperature dropped. Whispers seemed to emanate from the walls, chilling them to the bone. A sense of dread settled over the team. One by one, members began to experience strange phenomena. They saw fleeting shadows, felt unseen presences, and were plagued by nightmares. Dr. Parker, though trying to remain rational, couldn't shake off the feeling that they were not alone. "It's just the mind playing tricks," he told his team, but his voice lacked its usual conviction. One evening, while studying the hieroglyphs, Dr. Parker stumbled upon a startling inscription. It spoke of a ritual, a way for the pharaoh to achieve eternal life. The inscription detailed a hidden chamber, a sanctum where Ankh-Tut's preserved body lay. Driven by his thirst for knowledge, Dr. Parker rallied his team. Despite their growing fear, they pressed on, their steps echoing in the silent corridors. The air grew colder, the shadows more pronounced. Finally, they reached a vast chamber. It was eerily silent. In the center stood a massive sarcophagus, intricately carved and adorned with precious stones. The air hung heavy with an unseen menace. "This is it," Dr. Parker breathed, his hand trembling as he reached out to touch the cold stone. The pharaoh's promise. As Dr. Parker examined the sarcophagus, his fingers brushed against a hidden pressure plate. The floor beneath them rumbled. Dust rained down from the ceiling as a section of the wall slid open, revealing a hidden staircase. Fear warred with curiosity in Dr. Parker's eyes. He knew the legend. He knew that disturbing the pharaoh's rest was unwise, but the allure of the unknown, the promise of unraveling the mysteries of eternal life, was too strong to resist. "Let's proceed with caution," he told his team, his voice betraying a tremor of apprehension. With bated breath, they descended the staircase. Each step seemed to echo the beating of their hearts. The air grew thick with the scent of decay and the weight of centuries. The staircase seemed to stretch on forever, descending deep into the bowels of the earth. The air grew heavy, making it difficult to breathe. The flickering light from their torches cast dancing shadows on the walls, amplifying their fear. Strange whispers seemed to follow them, slithering around their feet like venomous snakes. Faces, contorted in eternal agony, appeared and disappeared in the flickering light. The team huddled closer, their fear palpable. Dr. Parker, though shaken to his core, pressed on. He was determined to uncover the secrets hidden within the pyramid's heart. His thirst for knowledge outweighed his fear. "We're close," he gasped, his voice hoarse. "I can feel it." Chamber of Secrets. At long last, the staircase opened into a vast chamber. It was unlike anything they had seen before. The walls shimmered, as if alive with an otherworldly glow. Strange symbols and hieroglyphs, unlike any they had encountered before, adorned every surface. The air vibrated with an unseen energy. In the center of the chamber lay a massive altar, hewn from a single block of obsidian. It pulsed with an eerie light, and upon it, encased in a sarcophagus of pure gold, lay the desiccated form of Pharaoh Ankh-Tut. The pharaoh's skeletal face seemed frozen in a silent scream. His skeletal fingers clutched a staff topped with a glowing ruby. The air crackled with power. "By all the gods," Dr. Parker breathed, his voice barely a whisper in the oppressive silence. An ancient fury awakens. As Dr. Parker reached out to examine the sarcophagus, a blood-curdling shriek pierced the silence. The chamber trembled. Dust rained down from the ceiling. The sarcophagus burst open in a blinding flash of light. Pharaoh Ankh-Tut rose from his eternal slumber. His eyes glowed with an unholy fire. His skeletal hand tightened around the staff. The ruby pulsed with a malevolent energy. Panic seized the team. They stumbled back, their screams echoing in the chamber. But there was nowhere to escape. An ancient fury, awakened after millennia, stood before them. "You dared disturb my rest," the pharaoh's voice boomed, echoing with an unearthly power. "Now, face the consequences." The tomb sealed shut. Chaos erupted. The pharaoh unleashed his wrath upon the intruders. The earth shook, walls crumbled. The very air crackled with dark energy. One by one, the archaeologists succumbed to the pharaoh's wrath. Their screams were swallowed by the darkness. Dr. Parker watched in horror as his team, his friends, were consumed by the ancient curse they had unleashed. He alone remained, cowering before the wrath of the vengeful pharaoh. And then, as quickly as it began, it was over. The chamber fell silent. The pharaoh turned, his glowing eyes fixing on Dr. Parker. A cold smile spread across his skeletal face. "The tomb demands a sacrifice," he rasped, his voice filled with chilling amusement. "But your time is not yet come." The ground rumbled once more. The entrance to the chamber slammed shut, sealing Dr. Parker within the bowels of the pyramid, a prisoner of his own hubris. The legend endures. Years passed, the sands of time shifted, burying the legend of Pharaoh Ankh-Tut deeper into the annals of history. A new team of archaeologists, armed with the latest technology and a healthy dose of skepticism, arrived at the site. They had come seeking the lost tomb, eager to make their mark on the world of archaeology. They used ground-penetrating radar, thermal imaging, and every tool at their disposal. But the pyramid remained resolute, its secrets locked tight. The entrance, once revealed by Dr. Parker's team, was nowhere to be found. It was as if the desert itself conspired to protect the pharaoh's slumber. Defeated, the new team packed up their equipment and left. The legend of Ankh-Tut lived on, whispered in hushed tones around campfires and in the dimly lit halls of universities. A tale of ambition, greed, and the price of disturbing the past. And deep within the pyramid's heart, sealed within the bowels of the earth, Dr. Lawrence Parker lived out his days, a prisoner of his own making, a testament to the enduring power of the pharaoh's curse.